Okay.
I'm in front.
Yep.
Okay.
Go.
Oh, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Minecraft Parkour, and today we're going to be messing around with Neon Cat. Let's go.
He's lying. And it's not Minecraft Parkour. This is our podcast. We are the Laser Ducks. He looks like a duck. I don't, unfortunately. My skin isn't as thematic. Anyways, we are the Laser Ducks. Welcome to our podcast. So usually our podcast is just audio. We're changing it to so it's more visual as well. And what's going to be on the screen is just us doing a little bit of parkour. And actually relevant parkour, doing a little bit of Minecraft parkour. But if you don't like Minecraft or you don't want to look at this, then it's fine. You don't have to watch the screen, watch the video aspect of it, because it is mainly meant to be audio. All the information in our discussion is going to be all in audio form, and we are just going to be playing this as we talk, just for fun.
With all this going on with the quarantine all over the world, we had to be recording these remotely, and so adding a little bit of visual something for some people. We thought would be nice as well. So that's how we came to this.
Yeah. So what we're going to be talking about today, this episode of the Laser Ducks podcast is going to be about memes. How they work, how they spread, our favorite memes perhaps, where they came from.
Whatever. The origin of meme.
Of meme culture, all of that.
Meme format, all the meme things.
So we should begin. And I was just doing a little bit of research, and I had heard this before, but I had forgotten about this. It's pretty interesting, though. Where did the word meme come from? That's the question. And the answer is it was invented by Richard Dawkins. As many of you will know, is the famous atheist, Richard Dawkins, famous author and outspoken atheist, of course, Richard Dawkins. Many of you will not like him, I'm sure, because our audience is mainly, people who we are around in our circle of people. Oh.
And I mean, I think most people, like, unless you're very much into the hyper
Atheism.
extremity of it. Yeah, exactly. I feel like even if you were just a middle of the ground person, you'd probably be like, well, this guy's needs to chill out. Anyway.
Yeah, I feel like most people don't really like Richard Dawkins that much, even like agnostics and other atheists and stuff. Anywho, he did invent the word, so kudos to him for that.
Congratulations to his family.
He invented it in the 70s in one of his books. I can't remember which book. But he wrote about it in one of his books. I think what he said was he had proposed an idea called memetics, I believe is how you... And that's referring to, of course, evolution. And what that refers to in evolution is DNA changing a little bit, spreading, changing some more, and then spreading some more. So,
which is exactly what memes today
so that,
do.
Exactly. So that came to mean any... he was referring to specifically DNA causing a new species to come about through evolution. But now what it has come to mean is anything that changes, spreads, which is, of course, what memes do. Sorry, I'm doing really terribly on the parkour right now. So... that was too long of a silence. So yes, that is what memes do. And we can talk about a few memes and show how that is what they do. For example, one of my favorite...
Ricardo!
Yeah, Ricardo Milos. Some of you may know if you're a proper memer. That did change and spread. So it was a stripper guy who was just...
for sure. This random guy who's
he's a stripper.
Doing a stripper dance.
But it's become this... Where was he from? Costa Rica.
It seems like, somewhere in like South or Middle America.
Well, I think it was famously
America,
from somewhere.
America,
it was Colombia or Costa Rica. Or it was He was famously from somewhere, but I can't remember what it was.
Either way, he's now become this whole like
why are we doing
definition
so
of like manliness. That's the thing that it has become instead, which is hilarious. And it's just taken so many different roles. I guess so many like faces. It's one of those memes, like many memes that can be used for pretty much anything.
So what happened was this stripper guy just uploaded a video of himself dancing, or I'm sure it was for some kind of ad or commercial for himself, onto YouTube or onto some kind of platform, after which it blew up. People thought it was hilarious several years after he posted it. And people,
it must have been, because the quality of the video is not like...
Yeah. And people put different backgrounds on him, and people cut him out of the video and have him dancing in different places and different videos, different backgrounds, dancing with certain people.
Exactly.
So that's the idea of how it spreads, and then people change it a little bit. Oh, let's give him a new background. Let's put a green screen behind him, and now anybody can, put him wherever they want. And that's how it changes and spreads, as Richard Dawkins, foretold.
Coined.
So.
And it's interesting that we I feel like it's funny because it comes. You said it. He wrote the book in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
And it's only come to mean that more recently. And I say that's funny because, like, to mean that for us, because it's one of those things that the older generation just don't understand. It's like, why is this funny? Why should I?
Well, the older generation, like teachers and stuff, you know the whole teacher meme thing.
Oh yeah, the whole like putting in your slideshows.
Yeah, and like on the wall putting posters. I mean, bless their hearts.
Some of them are good.
Bless the hearts of all the teachers that we have had that have done it, which is a lot, by the way. But I mean, of course they're just trying to be funny, but they're always the cringiest memes you've ever laid your eyes on.
Well, and they're all like memes that can be very funny, but you just put some.
Yeah,
like
something about like school.
Or something.
Yeah, about school or teaching or something like that. Did you come to the lobby as well? I did.
Yeah, it all just crashed.
Okay.
But it is quite interesting that you have that
that dynamic of the word coming from a long time ago, but only more younger people understand it.
Exactly, and it's like it was written for the in the time of the generation who don't understand it now.
Yeah. Well, I think memes have been, the idea of a meme I think has been around since like the late 90s almost. I think like basically from the popularization of the internet there have been memes.
Just small, like photos with
Words
text basically.
Yeah, but even just ideas is what, like, people became memes. I was watching this guy, I don't know, there's a few guys who do like who do things like the Internet Historian, Wavy Web Surf. There's one other guy, I can't remember his name. But they tell you about like the history of the internet and like different memes that have happened and the story behind them and stuff, and it's pretty cool. And there was memes way back in the day, and memes like similar to like how we have now, like a person would become a meme, like not just a picture. I don't know, things like that. Yeah. So the idea has been around for a pretty long time.
Yeah, and it's that makes sense actually, because everybody's like, there's always been a group of people who like, not even like now, it's everybody finds stuff funny, right? Everybody finds a certain, like, for a while you probably wouldn't be able to find somebody who was like, Charlie Chaplin isn't funny. No one would have ever said that because everybody thought he was funny. And so, but it's the way that we think is funny and the way we view like funniness has completely changed. And it's become basically, I think the majority of people now would say, oh yeah, memes are pretty funny, despite the fact that for a while it was kind of this like niche.
Yeah,
like,
it was definitely an obscure thing because it was, the internet was not popular at all in the late 90s and the early 2000s. In the early 2000s, it just started to become popular.
Well, no, even I feel like within like the last couple of years, like when my parents started using memes, like telling me like, oh, I sent a meme. This is this meme that I found. Yeah. I'm like, okay, this has now become like mainstream completely.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's no like, it's no longer like a funny like YouTube thing or a funny internet. Like, not even minutely obscure. It's completely mainstream now.
Yeah, same with like Fortnite, TikTok, all these things that have absolutely blown up and everybody knows about.
Yeah,
all these adults know about. Like they don't really. It's just become like a part of them. I'm kind of annoyed about it, but no, it's fine. I mean, like Fortnite, for example, was a game, pretty good, pretty cool game, pretty nice game. It's fine.
Yeah, I enjoyed it for a long time. It just became a thing.
Basically, it copied. Well, all battle royale games we all know go back to Minecraft, Hunger Games, but that's beside the point. That's beside the point. Fortnite basically copied CS:GO.
PUBG, not CS:GO, but yes.
Oh, you're right, PUBG.
But they also all copied like this one book called Battle Royale or something. It's like a
there's a book called Battle Royale.
Something like that. I don't think it's called Battle Royale, but the whole idea is where you're dropped into an island and you have to pick up weapons to survive.
That's interesting.
Anyway,
well, that kind of idea has been around though since books like Hunger Games, Divergent, that kind of thing, Maze Runner. I think those kind of spawn these ideas of it would be cool to be in like this kind of weird simulated reality where you need to be the last one standing.
Yeah. let's get back to memes.
Oh yeah.
The
But what
I
I was
think
saying
what your
was,
point was, yeah.
Fortnite. It was like it's a pretty cool game, and it never was anything more than that. And it's a fun game, but it just absolutely blew up, and everybody was talking about it. Adults were talking about it. The news was talking about it, and nobody really
That's
understood
when it gets
it.
really weird.
Yeah, because
When
people
the
just
news
don't
starts
understand.
talking about it.
They just don't understand like gaming culture, and so they're talking about it and talking about how kids are getting addicted to it. Which, if that was happening, and I think it was, it needs to be talked about, sure. But it just the extent to which it blew up was insane.
Yeah, I don't. It's gonna be a long time until another game does what Fortnite did.
Yeah. Well, Minecraft has sold way more copies than Fortnite.
Overall, but like Fortnite has only really been.
It exploded like crazy.
And it was free to play, so you can't really measure sales in the same way. But
yeah,
anyway,
that's true. And same with like TikTok. It was like a fun little. Well, at first, it was Musically, and nobody really knew about it. And it was fine.
and then it becomes mainstream.
And then it became TikTok, and everybody, like today, I was in my backyard and I heard my neighbors talking. We're in Santa Cruz, Bolivia, by the way. I heard my neighbors talking, and they're talking, and they're like, sí, es como ese TikTok. And it's this old guy, not old, but like, it's an adult, and he's talking about that. And it's so silly to hear that because it's like, it's this little app from China that, some people use, and it's kind of fun. And now all of a sudden it's talked about all around the world.
Well, and it's like, like everybody for a long time, and this still bugs me, but when people are like, oh, it's so stupid. Well, it's such a weird thing that all these people like make money from making videos. And it's like, yeah, they've put like a good solid, like for some people it takes multiple takes and like takes like hours and hours to make a video. Some people it doesn't take so long. These guys on TikTok literally make 10-second, 15-second videos, and they're making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And most of them are like my age or younger, right? They're like in their 18, 19,
but I wouldn't
or like
want
17.
I wouldn't want to be famous on TikTok. I'd much rather be famous on YouTube. Because if you're famous on TikTok, well, people recognize your face for a month, and then people forget. And like many TikTokers want to become YouTubers because then you show your personality, you build a fan base. But on TikTok, it's such like a faster and like smaller thing.
When it's 100% superficial, right? Like the guys who are famous on TikTok are just relatively attractive, like men, or not even men, like teenagers. And the girls who are famous are relatively attractive girls. Like it's just, it's mostly about the way that they look, not very much about the dance. Like occasionally it's like, oh, that's such a cool dance. But I think most of the time it's just 100% superficial.
Yeah.
And so that's where it's like, I mean, PewDiePie did win most like sexiest man of the year or something like that.
Yeah. But well, he was in the top 100s, according to some Indian magazine or something.
Yeah, exactly. But like I'm not saying that YouTubers aren't attractive, but there's not that you don't have to be, right? Whereas I think that's almost a requirement for TikTok.
Yeah, definitely. Well, so Fortnite and TikTok are just examples of how the internet right now has extremely blown up. I mean, I've always been like an internet guy, meme guy, but recently it definitely has become something that it wasn't before, that it's just absolutely blown up. Now, the internet is almost a meme at this point because it's spread so rapidly.
Yeah, and people keep like, obviously now it's like, how many ads do you get for Wix every single day?
Oh yeah.
On YouTube, right? It's like everyone can make their own website, make their own game. We now own the internet a lot more than we used to. It was like, like before it was like,
also,
you had to have like a programming degree.
There was the net neutrality threat for a while.
Oh yeah, what was that? That was where it was like
net neutrality with that Indian guy who was trying to take over the internet, and I think he failed, so that's good.
But what was it about?
Net neutrality.
But I can't remember what that was about.
What was I think it was about,
I remember it happening. It was huge.
Basically it was going to cause everybody to not really be able to access the internet in the same way. Like there'd be a lot more restrictions, and there was going to be a lot more that you had to pay for instead of just having it for free. Like if you wanted to have access to YouTube, you'd have to buy like the Google bundle.
What?
Yeah. And then and then if you wanted to have access to different websites, you had to pay like different phone companies. Like basically corporations were going to take over and force you to pay for all the things that you could do for free anyways.
Yeah, no. Of course, everything's always, it just becomes this capitalist mess.
Their argument was that like it was going to become a safer place and it was going to be more regulated and all that. But like that's what's fantastic about the internet, is it's so unsafe. And it is unsafe. But
it's true. It's like uncensored. You get information where you want, but that's also part of the problem. We were talking.
It is a
about
problem
that
as well. Yeah.
And it's like
whatever you want.
Everybody can get whatever information you want to hear.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do, like same with memes. If you want some
we're doing so
bland.
Bad,
well, I was thinking about doing bad on keeping to the topic of memes. We keep moving away, but if you like, we're talking about memes.
Yeah.
You have like you can have the blandest, most like normal memes where it's like whatever, like just like relatable memes, right? Where it's like I feel like this. It's like yes, everybody has this emotion, but then you can also get this absolutely insane nonsense that doesn't make any sense. Like, have you seen Pyrocynical's video? I think it's something about Teletubbies. It's just the craziest thing. No, I'm not even gonna say that. I know the title of the video, but it's just mad like that. I think
is it like that weird kid content stuff that's like really twisted and messed up and made by like people in Indonesia just because?
Yeah, it's like an episode of the Teletubbies, but the whole thing is super like trippy. I think it's called Teletubbies on MLG.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Then that's not what I was talking about.
Okay, it's super weird, but it has like 14 million views. It's like it's his most popular video, which is insane because it's totally different to what he does now. Anyway, it's like that's like 100% a meme. But I was watching it, and I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Nothing that's going on here has like any sense to it.
Yeah.
But that's what we like in a meme.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like memes keep on getting more and more chaotic and like nonsensical in one side of the meme, but on the other side of the internet, you've got the TikToks and you've got all this stuff that's just like this ultra relatable like stuff, and it's just like, I mean, that just kind of annoys me when it's just like
meme anymore. It's just
well, the thing is, it's the mainstream meme. The idea of a mainstream meme is it's funny. The thing is like the actual like real meme culture, not like the mainstream what's normalized with like adults and stuff on TikTok and that kind of thing. Like the real meme culture, that's the core of memes that's been there the whole time, keeps getting like weirder and weirder, and they're like isolating themselves more and more from the general public because things are keep like the idea is that it's so nonsensical that it's funny because nobody else will understand what it is.
Yeah, and like, it is funny. I like it. It's just like E exactly. Markiplier's face on
the character from
Lord Farquaad
from Shrek. Saying the letter E.
Just doesn't make sense, and it's completely random. Back again.
Should we do another one?
Yeah, let's move on. There's one. Let's do an easy one because we can't do this.
An easy
chess.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
It's guys, right at the end.
In the podcast, we're going to be switching parkours real quick because we're doing so bad. I mean, it's a medium one supposedly, but we're not really paying attention, so that's why we're doing that bad.
Sure.
Oh, I was going to say, my favorite meme of all time might be Uganda Knuckles.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a good one, but I really couldn't rate my like favorite meme. I feel like it's such a...
was so good. Because it was so nonsensical, and to explain it to somebody that didn't know what it was, you had to talk about like 3 different video game franchises and a bunch of different other memes that would go into it, and a bunch of things that just don't make any sense, and you just couldn't explain it to somebody who didn't already understand it.
Too.
Are you in easy courses?
Yeah, I went the like second to last one in the whole list is called chess. I just jumped into that. But it's kind of like memes in general, just like it's so. I was about to say like I can't say that that's my favorite one because I think memes are like hyper situational. Like I find sometimes that you just when you find that meme, the perfect meme, it's just like, oh yes, I'm so glad I found this.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And it just like works for everything. You can always send it to people and it will always be relevant. Like I love that.
The thing is, memes move so quickly that they're not relevant very quickly.
Yeah, true. True. It like the Bernie Sanders hitting his desk. That was so random.
Yeah. That's funny.
They used that for everything.
I'm sure it was in a debate, right? But
he was just in an interview. It seemed like because he was just on around like a table and he had like water.
Oh, he maybe been a podcast or something like this.
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders, we want you on our podcast.
Oh, playing Minecraft parkour with Bernie Sanders.
I was gonna say, oh yeah, they used it to like make it look like somebody who Trump was trying to take his French fries, and he would like get mad, and he would like smash Trump's hand on the table. Dude, are you still down there? What are you doing? Look at me.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I can't even see you.
Oh really? Oh no, I fell. I didn't even get a
that's what
checkpoint. Oh.
That's what happens when you make fun of.
Okay, so let's conclude our episode about memes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's been a little bit roundabout. We've talked about lots of things, but
yeah,
as
but that's how memes go.
yeah, exactly. And I think it's. I always just enjoy talking about everything and going down the different rabbit holes that we do because it's interesting, and we end up talking about more than just one thing. So
yeah.
All right, I hope everybody else enjoyed that too.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry that on the first parkour we were on, we did so badly, and we just kept doing the same little piece over and over again. We were just kind of zoned out and talking. That's the thing. So we weren't really trying to beat the. But now we were on it. We should have been on this one because this one's a bit easier and more fun to look at.
I can't even get past the first obstacle.
Oh.
I mean, it does. I don't.
Okay, well, thank you guys for watching. Anyways, let us know if you like this new format of playing games while we're talking. The focus.
If more people watch this, we'll definitely keep doing it.
Yeah, the focus isn't meant to be us playing the game. It's just kind of have something to look at while we're talking, and for us to be having to just to do something and kind of zone out while we have the conversation. But anyways, guys,
totally.
Thanks for watching. Definitely put any suggestions you have for things we should talk about in the comments.
Please.
We talk about.
We
all
almost
kinds of
started
things.
this video without even having the topic.
We started filming this video and we were like, "Oh, hey guys, it's Laser Ducks," and we were like, "Oh wait, what were we gonna talk about?" And we didn't even have anything decided yet. So, yeah, drop stuff in the comments.
Useful.
We talk about all kinds of stuff. You can see that on our channel. So don't forget to share this with your friends and family. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe. That helps us out a lot. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Good.
See you in the next episode.
Bye.